Testing. Yay. Okay. Right, let me get Stream Manager open. Doopy doopy doo. Okay, guys. Welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Day. I'm very much looking forward to continuing this great game today. Yeah, because this first case is certainly very, very interesting. So, to cut a long story short, I can't talk apparently. To cut a long story short, we are defending Phoenix Wright, who. So a bit of time has passed since the time frame in the Phoenix Wright trilogy. So the Apollo Justice trilogy actually takes place a few years after the Phoenix Wright trilogy, after that time frame ends. So Phoenix is a bit older, and shock horror, he's lost his attorney's badge somehow. And not only that, but he might be a criminal. But we don't know yet, because we are now playing as Apollo Justice, who is this young rookie like Phoenix Wright was back in the day. And yeah, we're gonna defend Phoenix and hopefully prove his innocence. So, I find it really funny that the first case of this game, by the way, is called Turnabout Trump. Because it obviously just makes me think of you-know-who. He who, in my household anyway, shall not be named. Yeah, so... yeah, let's do it. Don't mind my headphone wire, it's just being a very... Okay, so... That's really weird. My mouse is like being a little laggy on my screen. But anyway, so... this is why I'm so glad this game has a log. Because, yeah... Unlike in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where sometimes I come back on stream and I'd be like, oh, I don't know where the hell I am. This is why this game has a log, so that doesn't happen. So we are on the cross-examination for that fateful night, so let's do what I always do when I come back on to Ace Attorney after a bit of a break. So we're going to look in the court records. So we've got the attorney's badge, so Apollo's attorney's badge. So the victim in this case is a guy by the name of Shady Smith. Very nice pun. Well, I don't think Smith is a pun, but yeah, Shady is clearly a wordplay on just being a shady individual. So Shady's autopsy report, so the time of death was around 2 a.m. on April 17th, death caused by single blow to forehead. This is the first crime photo we got given, so that is the victim all slumped over. He was playing a game of cards with Phoenix, the defendant, at the time of his death, and yeah. We have the deadly bottle of grape juice that was used as the murder weapon, and Phoenix's prints are on it in an upside down fashion to make it seem like he did hold the bottle to, you know, brandish it as a weapon. We've got the crime photo too, which shows that under the hat, Shady Smith is bald, and when the hat is removed, you can clearly see a noticeable cut on his forehead. This is Phoenix Wright's cell phone, used by the defendant to notify the police from the first floor of the Borscht Ball Club where the murder took place. We've got Olga O'Reilly's photo. So this is of Phoenix and Shady Smith. Sorry, I just got distracted by my fiance because he's outside gardening and he just got really close to the front, to the living room window. But yeah, so yeah, this is Phoenix and Shady having a conversation. This is the chips photo, so it was revealed that during this game there was a bit of foul play, a bit of cheating going on. This is Shady Smith's hand. He had a full house, so he probably most likely would have won the game. But yeah, there are two aces, two aces and 3 kings. And we now have a wild card that was given to us by a mysterious little girl during recess. We have a bloody ace, so an ace with a bit of blood on it, and this could very well be the missing 5th ace that was said to have been in use during the game but had previously been thought missing. So, yeah. Okay, so let's press to get more information. I'm just gonna check the audio. Where is it? Yeah, the audio's fine. I mean, it doesn't need to be too loud for a visual novel game anyway, because unlike Professor Layton, this is a difference that I'll always find really interesting between Ace Attorney and Professor Layton in terms of series. So Professor Layton actually introduces voice acted lines way earlier than Ace Attorney does. I think the first game in the Ace Attorney series to have voice acted lines, if it's not Dual Destinies, then it's probably Spirit of Justice, and that was the latest new mainline Ace Attorney game, which is crazy. So yeah, that man, you mean Mr. Smith? He was different from the other customers, his aura, shall we say. I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that. So then you knew the true nature of your client's job? Sorry, I would do the high-pitched Winston Payne voice, but the last thing I want to end up doing is damaging my throat. Of course, but I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Well, it makes sense that he'd know. They were friends after all. Worried for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared this Mr. Smith might be someone coming to sell an old score. I see. What happened then? I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. Did we... I know we can get it as evidence, but I'm trying to... Are there any photos that show the window? No, I don't think so. Yeah, we don't have any kind of diagram or anything, so I don't think we can contradict his location. So I'll just press for more information. The little window. You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs? Yes, a relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used it, I believe. Why did you go through the trouble of peeking in through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go into the room? I didn't want to upset Wright, you see. Upset Mr. Wright? Yes, what if my fears have been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least. So far everything he's saying makes sense. It must have been right after the murder took place. So, wait. I went down to the basement and peeked in. Oh, okay, right after the murder took place. So, I'm trying to remember what the state of the room was after the murder. I think it was this one. So, yeah, so I don't think to Christopher Gavin it should have been obvious that the victim was dead. But still, let's get more information. How do you know it was right after the murder? Really? No need to shout, Justice. Irk. I was just getting to that part in my testimony. Ah, there he is, the coolest defense in the West we know and love. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I'm just gonna check. Oh, okay, the volume's fine. It's really weird how when Apollo says like hold it or objection, it's louder than other sounds in the game. I can't remember whether it was the same in Ace Attorney trilogy for Phoenix or not. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I was afraid you'd change too, Wright, but you haven't. Why is it as soon as Phoenix said some things never change, the first thing I wanted to do is burst out into the song of the same name from Frozen 2? Clearly I'm in a very jovial, sing-songy mood, I guess. I was afraid you'd change too, Wright, but you haven't. You and that overbearing personality of yours. With friends like these, who needs enemies? The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. Okay, press. By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene? Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his head when he was dead. And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat. Can you describe the scene of the crime for us? A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Yeah, that sounds about right, I think. Although death caused by a single blow to the forehead. Wait, hang on. No, if Phoenix was already in the room, then his head wouldn't be showing because Wright should have put the hat back on him. Maybe. I don't know whether I'm like grasping at straws there though. Yeah, the hat was removed during the investigation, so when Gavin got there, the hat should have still been on Shady's head. Crime photo 1? I don't know. I don't know whether to present anything. I'll just press for now. I want to make sure I've got all the information I can gather before I can figure out what the actual contradiction is. Those were the only 3 at the scene of the crime. Yes, as far as I saw at least. Then we're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend. There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. Justice, I just said I saw no one, not a soul. But that goes against what Mr. Wright said. Ah yes, this mysterious 4th person, who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary. How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace. The 5th ace, right. Well, Mr. Justice, the question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised. Can you point to a reason? Well, I think, I mean, yeah, so whenever it comes to choices in Ace Attorney, I always double check. Like, I do think what the right choice is myself, but I do also double check that I am making the right choice, because in Ace Attorney it can send you back quite a bit if you screw up your choices. So, yeah. So, Fateful Night, okay. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I do need to show the evidence, and then, yeah. So, we are going to present our literal trump card. It's now or never. The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out. Then go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the 5th ace? My reason is, this. Is that an ace? Why? Why? It's got blood on it. Right next to the spade. Well, what? This is insane. Why was I told about this? Why? Could this be the missing 5th ace? Inconceivable. How could you... What are you doing with that card? Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card, it's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards were stock and trade after all. No, impossible, unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? What? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime? Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and at the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards? I suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood. Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh. Right, regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence. Oh, we can discuss the finer points for our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question. Well, what are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene, and now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see. And this is baseless conjecture. Baseless. Oh, I assure you it's quite based. What? It's amazing, really, how a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? Try picturing the scene of the crime in your head. Oh yeah, time to go for a 3D crime scene recreation. The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table, and before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with this scene. Well, what is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on a card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses? Whose position doesn't fit with a bloody card? So let me... I think it's the victim's position. Yeah, I'm just gonna try the victim's position. Well, isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice. Well, look, the victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. You think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Ah! Take a look at the photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards. Why, that's right. So what does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. So swivel chairs? Oh man. Apollo, try turning the chair around. Okay, so, point out. The chair was facing the other way. It would have to be. So I do remember this part. Yay! So we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing a scene in the photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know now the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder, but this creates another significant contradiction. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, or the second witness? Obviously, it's the killer, because if the victim was facing away, how can the killer, strike him? Or, yeah, something like that. The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front, sitting where his indicator currently is? I would think it'd be quite hard, yes. Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face a wall in the middle of a game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. What? There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram. What? But there's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Don't worry, let's think it through and see what we find. We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? Obviously where the victim's legs are. Well, I guess the killer would have to be here. Oh no, I screwed up, didn't I? I screwed up. Yep. Oh, god damn it. Never mind. So maybe, I mean, yeah, actually, I mean, oh, there's multiple choices though, because if the victim was struck from the front, then and because he was sat on a swivel chair, the killer could have been here, he could have been, well, he can't have been there because there's a table there. I mean, don't overthink it. Okay, where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. Try to forget about everything else. But then I tried pressing the legs and it didn't work, so yeah, oh, There's also, yeah, maybe this is a trick question. Maybe he could have been hiding in one of these little, because I think these things here are like cupboards or something. So yeah, let's try here. The killer has to be standing, well, here. You get points for flair, but that's about all you get. I thought I was onto something there too. I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim is facing a solid cupboard. Hello, it's a cupboard pin. You can hide in it? Or are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? Ha! It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that at the very moment of the crime... Wait, I know! At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there. What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Aye, Your Honor. What? There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. But let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means, Apollo, try moving the cupboard. Okay, so there we go. Oh, that creates another contradiction, because if the cupboard was moved all the way to the left, that blocks that window out. So the witness couldn't have seen anything. So one of the witnesses might be a phony. Thank you. As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been as shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my! What's this? Well, what is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Huh? Oh dang. Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point to the new contradicting indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? Which indicator in this diagram contradicts what we know about the crime? Yep, it's the second witness, because if the window was blocked, they couldn't have seen anything, like I just said. About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. Ah, that's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin. What? What did you say? Oh, is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool? Look, don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from? Look. Excuse me, Your Honor. Order. This is a court of law, and I will have order. We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. Oh, and what did they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there is a secret passage behind it. What? Ah yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about. I do remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it. A secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. So the room is a secret passage. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for the few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith, a date with destiny. There he crouched hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came, and he took it. Ow! Eek! What? Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help. Miss Olga O'Reilly was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboards sliding aside. He wheeled his chair around to look, and after the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor, and the fact that they were all red. Nerk! Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne? Yark? Ahem, yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Quark? Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately. Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence? Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin, is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course, this bottle, for instance. The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne? Actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were, upside down. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. court and this case demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold a bottle upside down, and that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor? See how the caught fish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo? Yes? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still, but I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that. Yeah, just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legit one. Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. Okay. The time of death was around sub-basement of the Bosch Bowl Club. Mr. Wright's prints were on it upside down. Hat removed. Used by... Yeah, that's his phone. Defendant and victim's chips, victim's hand. So far I don't see another obvious clue. I believe you'll find a simple answer there in plain sight. I mean, maybe there's something in the bottle. Like, yeah, maybe there's another trick to the bottle that we don't know about. But it doesn't look like it. Because the only thing that we've examined on the bottle, yeah, just examining all the evidence. We already examined the tape on the back. How about you just say the answer in plain words? It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions indeed. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Gavin said that the court and this case demand an explanation. Don't worry, justice won't leave until justice is done. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down? Explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down. The defendant and Mr. Smith. Defendant and victim's chips. A single drop of blood marks the front of the card. Okay, there's nothing else with the bloody ace. I'm just seeing if there's any... Yeah, that's a funny little nod to how Phoenix Wright wears blue, but Apollo Justice prefers the colour red. I mean, the only evidence I can think of is the bottle itself. So, I mean... Oh, god damn it. You're thinking too hard, Apollo. The answer's right in front of you. Just reach down and pick it up. Or try picturing situations in which one might grab a bottle upside down. Maybe, yeah, maybe I need to examine the crime photos. Maybe there's a clue in the photos. Yeah, I am like really stumped here. Okay. Um, it's probably something really obvious. I'm just like not thinking of it. Doobie doobie doo. Ugh. Oh my god. So I kept looking at this photo and I wasn't sure whether it would be as stupid an answer as that, but obviously, so there's a lot of grape juice bottles next to Phoenix and they're all in a crate. So how are you meant to pick a bottle up out of a crate? You pick it up upside down. Ugh. My brain wasn't working. It's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me, on the floor? Yes, now reach down and pick it up without getting out of your chair. Ah! See, you naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck with your fingers upside down. Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Wow, I can't believe it was that simple. Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then, too. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed, but then you must have remembered. So you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano, and you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Order, order, order. What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle? Where is your proof? Proof? Well, that's, as I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Ah, yes. I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. Humph, what? Are you going to test that for fingerprints too? I would be surprised if any were on that but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes. Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? But why? Just humor me. Mr. Wright, that bottle will solve this case once and for all. What? That's some bottle. Oh, wait, there's something in it. There's something inside the bottle. Okay, let's open up the bottle. It looks like a card. Oh, what's this? That card, it can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Miss Olga, really? Yes, our little swindling debauchka. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to, and Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him, but the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Well, wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. And there's the card in question. The 5 of hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped, and the only one who could have done that was the fourth person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Oh, he's finally cracking. That is all. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler, an odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright? Yes? 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system, a twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright, our work lies ahead of us, and I for one am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay! We proved his innocence. Court is adjourned. Thanks, Apollo. You came through, just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. Gav, the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer. Right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key. Huh? Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Your daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. Eh? I took this off his neck the night he died, but it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury. You testified. You said that locket was yours. I said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it? Why indeed? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo, yes. How about coming to work for me? Eh? You mean at the Wright & Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. I can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but you're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago, that legendary trial, and at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? Forged evidence? Well, what are you talking about? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed, a naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence. Was it, maybe it was, the deadly bottle? But then we didn't really use Wright's cell phone either. But no, I'll go deadly bottle. Or maybe you didn't notice. Guess that wasn't it. No matter, I'll tell you. It was this. Ah, the card that girl gave me. Frankly, this couldn't have been found at the scene of the crime. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left, leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who would claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago. None of that matters much now, does it? Nah. Grar. I punched him. Apollo punched Phoenix. No. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Mr. Wright. Oh, about your uppercut. Try yelling. Take that next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, Attorney at Law, and this is how my story begins. There we go, we finished the first case. As always, the first case in any Is to Any game, it's usually quite short and sweet. But yeah, let's carry on, and we're gonna move on to case 2, which is called Turnabout Corner. And this will be the first case in the Apollo Justice trilogy to have investigation sections. So let's continue. Oh no. Looks like we're dealing with a shooting in this case. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. Okay, so how old? Yeah, so that's Phoenix. There we go. So yeah, Phoenix is 33 in this game compared to him being in his 20s in the original trilogy. My first trial and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here, honest. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. law offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. You must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Hello there, you found the right place. Welcome. Yay! Puns involving the right name. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin what? Right, first things first, any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending. Defending, an unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me, defend. Just give it all you've got, don't hold back now. Well, what are you talking about? I can't just defend right here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again? What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back. The trial, that girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy Wright. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo. Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Okay, here we go. First investigation portion. So let's talk to Trucy and get to know her better. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people. Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't you say you couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why? There are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. Okay, let's ask about Trucy. So, you're Phoenix Wright's daughter? That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Oh, no, you are not. You do not know what that means, Kelly. Get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? For 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation, I hope. Okay, now let's ask about Phoenix. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right, that reminds me. About Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. Wait, what? The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. Well, what? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right, well, I'll be going now, and I'll give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. The Hickfield Clinic. So, this is Mr. Wright's hospital. Oh no, it's that guy again! Oh no, they brought back the creepy director from the first trilogy. No, well, the creepy fake hospital director. Visitors, are ya? Yeah, are you the, doctor? Yup, Dr. Hickfield's the name. Good morning, doctor. Oh, hiya there, Trucy. Cute as ever. Is this Daddy's room? Oh yeah, Septi's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you'd like examined? Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the daddy of the cutest little thing in town? Guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. Okay, so let's talk to Phoenix. What happened? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. A hit and... You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air. Only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is as lucky as they say. Okay, let's ask him about Trucy. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but her, you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Tee. Aw, Daddy. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. Okay, just taking in the last sip of my drink. Okay, Wright Talent Agency. So, why did you contact me? What could the Wright talent agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big. I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Danny. How are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school again. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us, Polly? Huh? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Danny. Hook, line, and sinker. Aha, now it's time to reel him in. It's official, I'm scared. Okay, let's ask about the client. Alright, so who's the client? Ah yes, here, take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9. I was going in that Indochine pasta joint al dente's. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell a story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh? Oh, Danny. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on the map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. So we got the map which shows the area around Mr. Wright's office. Okay, let's move to the Wright talent agency and meet the client. Hey. How long are you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pop's had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client. Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes, the name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for a defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? You get the pun, right? Eldoon is noodle backwards. No nicknames, please, and no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town. Eldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Eldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon? Anything for you, Trucy doll. Okay, who's this guy? So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldoon. Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. And fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and I picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh, there was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So, last year I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Eldoon's Noodles. Okay, let's ask about its noodle place. So tell me more about Eldoon's Noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty. Why, they're saltier than salt. No, I really don't want to find out. Daddy is a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl bout now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand, gone. Stolen? Okay, let's ask about how it was stolen. It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle. Oh. Maybe some bum carted it off. Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know it. Anyhow, so that's the deal. Good luck. Good, huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course I make it so hot and salty. 2 bowls a kill a man. Then I really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. Panties? Oh no. Trucy. No. Why would someone steal your panties? So they were, stolen. My panties, yes. Right, panties. That's a crying shame, that is, Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. When a thief came and took them, my favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. A darn crying shame, yep. Well, at least seeing the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Trucy Doll here, too, you hear? Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list. Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's going to pay us for that again? Oh, and the second item. Mr. Eldune's request to find a stolen stand, from which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see. A hit and run, a stolen stand. Da-da-da-da. Just doing some moderation. There we go. Stupid bot. There we go. And last but not least, stolen panties. Okay. So, let's move. So, accident scene. Let's start here. So, this is where Mr. Wright got hit by the car. According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there too. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that husky. Okay. I need to be husky with this lady? Okay. Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Whoa. Money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. You, kid with the hair. You want something? Me. Not a thing, bye-bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kitaki family, they're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. If you're going to ask something, ask it, if you're man enough. Wow, right. Yay, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the 4th head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Lil Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman will be a mass murderer by now. Okay, let's talk to Plum about the Kitakis. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone, so... Yes. Whoa. What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. True, see? Through me. Please, I'm begging you here. Wahahaha. The bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm going to need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So, you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. Okay, let's ask about the accident. So, there was supposedly a car accident here last night? Last night? Of course you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away? That's my daddy! I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Bah! Cleaning up this paint. Okay, a spotted paint. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to. Wahahaha! Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the pain on the street to deal with. Public facilities. I wonder if she means that trash can. Okay, let's examine the trash can. There we go. Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney, actually, huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Wait, you don't think I do? Pardon me? This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, when you took off its mirror, I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these though. Which do you want to take? Yeah, which one should I take? I think the mirror is more important, but at the same time, the slippers might have a purpose. So, yeah, so, So I'm just gonna make sure I'm making the right choice by selecting the mirror. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, keep the mirror. Okay. Click back on the game. There we go. Okay, mirror. Torn off the car that hit Mr. Wright was found in front of Kitaki Mansion. Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey miss, stay out of the park. He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No, move along, nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play somewhere else? We're not kids, and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Ah, Detective... No way, Detective Sky! Oh my god. Yeah, reintroducing Emma Sky, who first made her appearance in the bonus case in... It was either the first Ace Attorney game or the second one. But yeah. Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Ah, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not. Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxyacetylenodosatrace? Oh my god. Come again? What's hydroxy? Yeah, I don't blame Trucy for giving up halfway through. What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff if you would. Yes, ma'am. Grr, how are we going to get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yes, that nice woman. Okay, so let's go back and talk to Plum. Let's present the mirror first off. Can you tell me anything about this mirror? That's probably from the car that knocked that fellow across the street. Right, that makes this a valuable clue. Let me know if you find that car, would ya? You splash Gitaki paint, you pay the price. Okay, people park. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire, someone was killed. Strange circumstances too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. A private matter? So what happened at your house? Bloomers, last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Me, little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher. Wait, so it wasn't just Trucy's panties that got stolen? What? So, yeah, literally what I just said. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine. Oh no. Trucy and Mrs. Kataki's panties having much in common. I just imagine Mrs. Kataki's panties. Gulp. I know. We'll find your bloomers too. Great. Show me what you're made of. What have you got me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother. She's a Kitaki too. Miss. Huh? Here, our flyer. The Wright Anything Agency? Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I won't be so sure. Huh? Okay, so, is there anything else we can examine? There's paint splashed all over the gate. What a mess. Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my daddy? That's right. Feh, and I'm left to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you? Of course, then we can make him clean up their own mess. Ha ha ha, you're cute. Naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess. Ooh, I wish I could say cool things like that. I'll bet you do. Wahahaha. And laugh if my teeth weren't chattering so hard. Okay, yeah, so it looks like we can't really do anything with the pack for now. So yeah, let's try and investigate one of our other leads. So let's move and go to the scene of the stand theft. So what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from? I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital? There's a sign, Maractus Clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. Ah, there you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Okay, let's ask about Eldoon's noodles. So your stand, Eldoon's noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt, Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand, Eldoon's noodles, was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose the stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time you bought a new one anyway? Stolen stand. Are there any more details you can give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always. Crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for the late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease. My voice keeps giving out on me. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it, nay, my whole being. They took everything. All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least they left one bowl. Look, there on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl, my last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. And then let's ask about the garage. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to. It's a crying shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some girl's panties. The garage, right. You don't think the thief lives here, do you? Fair. I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here? Let's make sure to check out the garage thoroughly. I'm just gonna mute my mic and blow my nose because, yeah, my allergies are acting up a little bit, so my nose is feeling a little congested. So, but yeah, I'll be like, it'll only take a couple of seconds. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's examine the scene. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's gonna taste just like noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. I thought I was gonna sneeze there for a second. I can feel it building up. Oh, it's so annoying. My nose wants to sneeze. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back from me, sonny boy, I'm begging ya. Okay, we got new evidence. Custom-made Eldoon's Noodles bowl, decorated with the Eldoon's Noodles mascot. There we go. Of course I got it in my tissue for the second sneeze. But yeah, that first sneeze came on rather suddenly. Anyway, bless me. Right, ooh, there's a dogger. Look, a doggy. Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy. Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. Spoon doesn't seem so lively. She didn't get her bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing. Apollo, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. Okay, let's see what this rather conspicuous blue tarp is. That's the place right there. That's where I kept my stand, covered all nice and pretty with that blue tarp there. So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night? I see. You see? What? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no, but it does suggest that the thief knew what he or she was looking for. They clearly knew what was under that sheet. So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by stand snatchers, you mean? Not bad, sonny boy. Not bad at all. Okay, I wonder if we can present the noodle plate to Guy and get more information. You can tell my bowls by the Mr. Salty logo, the mascot of Aldoon's Noodles. They come to the stand, they sit, they drink deep from that bowl, and when they see the bottom, their face looks just like Mr. Salty's. Genius, no? Very high concept. You can't play a trade if you don't love the tools. Remember that. Yes, sir. Trucy has a thing for professionals, clearly. Okay, let's move into the Maractus Clinic garage. Oh, I already spy a pretty conspicuous looking clue. This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to a panty snatching. Clues like a pair of panties. Trucy, could you try not saying panties so many times? But yeah, let's examine this glaringly obvious missing car mirror. There's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Hey, look at that. The mirror has been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? A clue? Let's see. I think I do have just the clue you've got in mind. The mirror, of course. My clue is this. Whoa, it's the same color and size and everything. A perfect match. I guess we could check it out. Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something or someone. Well, looks like we've just solved a case. So the car that hit Daddy last night is sitting right in front of us, yep. Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Trucy. Ooh, there's also a rather conspicuous pink fern. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. We should bring it to him later. Okay, cell phone found in the Maractus Clinic garage beneath the car. Who could have dropped it? I wonder if we can examine it. Actually, yeah, let's examine... Well, we don't have to examine the badge, but yeah, let's examine everything just in case there's any hidden clues. It's cut clean off. I wonder what's in there. Don't. There are bare wires hanging out. Let's see. Zap. Eek. What? Are you okay? Hee, just a little joke. Don't scare me like that. You mean don't shock you? Zap. Hee. Okay, Trucy's up for playing games, it seems. Okay, it's the Aldoon's Noodles mascot, Mr. Salty. He's so cute. It's not a very endearing mascot, is it? You know, come to think of it, it looks a lot like you, Apollo, especially the red parts. Can I help it if I like red? Ooh, look, I love these little personal touches. Seems a shame to hide it on the bottom of the wall. Huh? When I touched it, the paint flaked off. You must have painted it on by hand with more professional care. After buying the cheapest paint you could find with cold professional thrift. Okay, so... Now, can we get into this fern? It's weird that it has some sort of clock attached to it. Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one. It's kind of odd though. What is? I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself. Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo. Thanks. Finally, some respect. So, what does that tell you? Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details for one. They did drop their phone after all. I kind of figured they were a little spacey already. Oh, good point. Okay, we can't... Yeah, there's nothing else. Okay. Ooh, there's something in the muffler, perhaps. That reminds me, I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Huh? Apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case. Wow! I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car, and I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's gonna have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey, there's something in there. What? Well, wait a second. Are these your... Ah! My panties! What? Already? Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really. Don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. What are those? My little panties, of course. They've come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them. You're going to put them on. And now? Watch closely now. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Whoa, where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in your panties? My panties are an extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks. Magic panties. They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. Trucy's panties put discreetly away in Trucy's pocket. And they're in the court record? Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. Apollo. Huh? What is it? Ooh, yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
my fiance just slipped me a little sweet treat, so I may have to go on a short break to eat it soon. Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay, he doesn't seem the type to mope though. And this is hardly a case worth reporting. Is there anything else worth examining? Wait, is that Kitty? Hey, a kitty cat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear. Hello. Okay, so let's move. Okay. Sorry, Sunny Boy. Okay. Yeah, and then, no, okay. Just in case I need to get more information. That's quite a sign. I take it that's new as opposed to old. Ah, you like it? Made it myself, I did. I meant to write noodles, but ran out of space. Prior planning prevents poor performance. Lucky for me, it spells a word all by itself, and spruces up my image it does. It does have a certain power of willful denial going for it. Okay, water tank. It looks like the oil drum is connected to that sink over there. Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious. You don't think he uses rainwater to cook his noodles and make the broth, do you? Oh, I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is his business, you know. Look, that sign over there. Eldunes only uses water from all natural sources. I think I'll take a rain check on eating here. This house is, well, it's old. It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character though, just like my soup. I always thought character was a positive thing. Okay, let's move to the left. I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders. Ah, sorry miss, no going into the clinic today. Did something happen? Huh? Oh no, nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? We need a little more info on this Maractus clinic. We could ask Mr. Eldune. He is their neighbor and all, and we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Wait, there's more to look at in the garage? Okay, there we go, let's ask Eldune about the clinic. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front. Feh, probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet. If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning. That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me, the neighbor. Feh. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. Feh. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Okay, so yeah, so more to look at in the garage. Let's see. Oh yeah. The car in general. This car belongs to someone at the Maractus clinic and it hit Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright sprained his ankle and the car lost a side view mirror. This car versus Mr. Wright, not quite the match of the century. Eek! Someone's there! Oh, it's just a gold painted human skeleton. Just a human skeleton and painted gold. There's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? It screams something, that's for sure. Okay, look, it's a folding ladder. Polly, that's called a step ladder, come on. Yep, they brought these back. The ladder versus step ladder debates. A step ladder? How is that different from a regular ladder then? It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together. So you admit that basically it's a ladder, right? Wait, huh? You have to look past the form at the essence of the thing. Can we talk about something else? Okay, yeah, we have definitely looked at, well, we still need to examine Trucy's panties. There isn't anything, wait, there is. Something the matter? I was just wondering if there was like a switch on these. Of course not. Huh, mysterious. Oh, do you want to know the secret of my panties? No, no thanks. He uses magic panties in a stage show anyway. Okay, so we definitely have looked at everything in the garage now. So hopefully now Trucy won't be like, oh, but we still need to find the thief. Let's move back to Kitaki Mansion. Little Plum's not here. She's not finished cleaning, huh? Maybe she went to get a paint scraper. Okay, who's the wise guy who spit gum out on the street? Her voice carries all the way out to the street from inside the mansion. She's a neat freak. How cute. You there. It was you, wasn't it? Fess up. I hope you said your prayers. You're gonna need them. Trucy, let's leave. Now. Huh? Okay, now, can I get the slippers now? No, we can't grab the slippers. Okay. So let's move to Write Anything Agency. And then let's present the pants to Trucy. I'm so glad we found my panties. I had no idea they were so important to you. And in time for tonight's show, too. A lot of people come just to see my panties, you know. You might not want to advertise it like that. Huh? What's that, Polly? Oh, I know. You want to see a magic trick. Well, you come to the right girl. Watch as I make that evidence disappear forever. Whoa, no, don't. Okay, Hickfield Clinic. There we go. Yo, how goes it? Daddy, how do you feel? Not bad, Trucy, not bad. It's good to have you young'uns on the case. Let's old Daddy-o get some well-deserved R&R. The elderly need their rest. Isn't he only 33? Yeah, that's not elderly. We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you found out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Okay, so I'm gonna take a short break just to eat the sweet treat that my fiance gave me. So I shouldn't be too long, between 5 and 10 minutes. I would think maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, feel free to use this break to get a snack yourself and everything. But yeah, I will be right back. Okay, guys. Hang on, let me just unpin my... There we go, because I am back now. There we go. Okay, thanks for bearing with me whilst I had the little food break. I also used the break to get back to a couple of messages. But yeah, I'll just have a little sip of whatever is left in my drink. And there we go. So, yeah, let's talk to Phoenix. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right. Progress report. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early. Polly's amazing. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Maractus clinic. Maractus, eh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened? What is this Maractus clinic anyway? Okay. All I've heard are the rumors that clinic's been making good money in a bad way. Bad? Ties to organized crime, the Kentucky family. The Kentucky family? He did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Maractus clinic for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. And let's ask about People Park. It looked like something had happened in the park. A body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead. It's not our concern in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find that noodle stand. Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to the Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. We solved the case of your accident and found a missing article of clothing. My panties. That leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono. Right, back to the office to plan our next move. Okay. So this was the thing that led you to the car. Yes, sir. The mirror you knocked off was just the clue we needed. Good work, Apollo. Of course, you might say, I was the one who made solving that case possible. You don't get points for knocking off a car mirror. Look, my panties! They came home to Mama. Thanks, Apollo. I was worried about them too. Trucy special ordered those. Startling display of parental concern. I'd hate to have to buy a new pair. Shudder. Make that a not-so-startling display of cheapskatedness. Phoenix Wright a cheapskate. Who knew? Okay, let's go back to the office. You're the woman from the Kentucky place. Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. I have a request. Okay, let's talk to Alita. Your request? Your request. Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought, what? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiance, I suppose you'd call him. Fiance? What happened to him then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? Okay, but first let's hear Tiala's story. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kentucky Mansion, yes. Are you a member of their organization? No, not yet. Not yet. You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son? So he's a gangster. Yes, but the Kentuckys are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live a good gangster life. I think you're onto something. Mrs. Kentucky. I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. Met her in the park? What happened? I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park near the Kentucky Mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual, and your fiancé was arrested for this. What sort of person is your fiancé? Let's ask about the fiancé. Your fiancé is the Kentucky family's only son, correct? His name's Walkie Kentucky. I brought a photo. Well, that's quite the photo. I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he's the boss's only son, yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already at this agency. Please help my Walkie, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Okay, a letter of request from Alita Tiala for the legal defense of her fiancé, Walkie Kentucky. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Okay, but first let's present evidence to see if there's any extra secret information we can gain. I hope that's okay. I've never written a letter of request before. Oh, it's fine. I should hope it's your first. If we take this, we'll be able to investigate the scene. Okay, let's move to Kentucky Mansion. So this is it, my first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing, we're investigating, aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of, huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kentucky stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Whoa, doppelganger alert. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? I must say I'm used to being inspected by the ladies, but this is the first time I've felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Ah, Fraulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes! The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Ooh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Aha, very well. This way, Fraulein. Whee! Hey, what about me? Okay, here we go. Oh, look, it's Eldoon's noodle stand. On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it. Who was that? Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse! What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, it sure got me. Ahem. Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glimmerous fop, always getting in my way. Anyway, the scene is off limits. Excuse me, we have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alida Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out? So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So, you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs just in case. Okay, so let's see how old Emma is in this game. So Trucy is 15 and Emma is 25. So yeah, in her first appearance in that bonus case in the Phoenix Wright trilogy, Emma was just a teenager, but now she's a young adult. So, let's talk to Emma. Detective Skye, quiet please. It's snack time. Oh no, the snacku noise. Crunch, 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 crunch. It sounds more like crunch than munch, to me anyway. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? Let's ask about Emma's story. Detective Skye. Quiet please. It's snack time. We're not... okay. Okay, let's, I think I know what to present here. Let's present the attorney's badge. Yeah, so it looks like we can't really, let's just examine the scene and leave Emma to it. Hey there, no messing with a crime scene. But we need to investigate. Apollo, look, that stand. It says Aldoon. I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand at least, though the circumstances could stand to be better. Okay, so maybe we can go back to Aldoon now and tell him we found his stand. I'm just seeing if there's any evidence we can show Emma. Yeah, so I don't think we can do much else with Emma like this. So let's move elsewhere. Let's go to Aldoon's house. Oh, Mr. Aldoon, hello. Looks like you left. And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, let's move to the Wright Anything Agency. And then, yeah. And then let's move to the Hickfield Clinic. Because it looks like we might need a little bit of help from Phoenix Wright. Ah, you're back. Run into some problems? Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who, me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem? No, no problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. Meta. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Aldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. Sky Connection? So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait, maybe you know that other guy, too. That other guy? That shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Mysterious prince. Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucies. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances after a fashion. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to the detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine, you'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Well, we have an in with Emma now, so let's go to the office and let's examine the top hat. So, this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. This is getting more and more suspicious. Okay, the white powder with the alleged ability to improve Detective Sky's mood has been placed into pocket. Let's go talk to the detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. Just moving my camera a little bit. There we go. Just more central in the screen. She's sure to know what that white powder is. Okay, so let's move back to the crime scene. So Kitaki Mansion and then People Park. And now let's present this to Emma. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that? It couldn't. Where'd you get that? I brought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. If you find any evidence of fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Okay, so, the report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now, except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling on a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound in the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age, unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Palmeractus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Okay, time of death, June 14th, after 10. Cause of death, single bullet to the right temple. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is Guy Eldoon. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He is famous in this part of town. Not bad, I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. Okay, the noodle stand has been added to the court record. Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand victim died pulling it. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Let's ask Emma about her story. Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for the crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left, but Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. If she's been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Let's ask about the defendant, Waki Kitaki. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes. Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around, violently, in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Now let's ask about the victim, Palmeractus. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's a physician in a clinic in the area. Quite well off too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? That will seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. Okay, so let's examine the noodle stand. And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him what with a corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right, congratulations, Apollo, and leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together, murder. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah, taking care of business, little plump Kitaki style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Okay. Blue's harps have been placed on the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put these tarps here after all. There's got to be a good clue or 2 around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my ha? Well, look, another pair of underwear. Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? I think I know whose bloomers those are. So, yeah, I guess we can return the bloomers to you-know-who. Or, well, we could if she was still there, but yeah, apparently she's not. So, never mind, back to People Park we go. Fingerprint analysis is the very basis of modern forensic science. Doesn't just talking about it leave you breathless with excitement? Oh yes, breathless. Actually, it does sound kind of interesting. Let me know if you find any evidence that might have a print or 2. Alright. Okay, so let's see. What else is there around here that could be examined? It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on the shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Okay, it's time to finally use that white dusty stuff that we gave Emma that sent her into a murder excitement. Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint. Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint here. Those black spots? That's right, pick the one you want to analyze. Yeah, let's go with this one. Nice and clear. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With a press of A like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on and blow it off. The blow is like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use Y and... Wow, amazing, it's like magic. Hehe, isn't it though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. So, yeah, this is how I usually do it. It's my tried and tested strategy, but I just dust the whole screen and then I just blur away the dust, and it usually works pretty well. Although I do make sure to double up the layers so that it definitely gets every inch of it. There we go, look at that. Good, clear, quite impressive. Next, to match the print, the police office has samples so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Let's go for Wookie. Yeah, that looks like a match, even if it's a bit grainier. There we go. Yep, they're Wookie's prints. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? The power of science, it's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling, and I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife of prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a Wright tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Okay, let's move to the detention center so we can get there from the Wright Anything Agency. So let's move, and there we go, detention center. But yeah, let's meet our defendant. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father is talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old. They're here. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? You Wookie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family, capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice? Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiched loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though, even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Wookie. A G's not a G till he does hard time, bazoy. You'll see, when I get out of here, things will change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha, you can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. So much for talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come and check it out. But yeah, that was certainly a rather chaotic way to end the investigation. And now it's time for the first portion of the trial. Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Ooh, do some now. I want to see or hear. Huh? Oh, okay. Ahem. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with a guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, her judge. Ah, it's him, the prick guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time. Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, her judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Act tongue, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Nine. Not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Her Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic? Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? What is right? They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly? Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant Walkie, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kentucky, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. Oh, burn. You got to hand it to him. Walkie sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Yeah, the first testimony is from the defendant, Walkie Kataki's truth. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone has to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad, and then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in and get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True dat. I tell you one thing, that dog was whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Okay. So let's press. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, pointy locks? Just who do you think you are? You're a lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Press. By someone, you mean, was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor besides you, I mean? You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done, straight gangster style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. Press. So, you were a patient at the Miraculous Clinic half a year ago, for what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Rivales family. That's when I pulled a jack move and ran into an ambush. She busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, she couldn't stand the stress of waiting and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by herself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Miraculous Clinic from there? Apparently he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart and he's still alive? I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. Wait, but that insinuates the bullet's still near his heart. What? So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. Press. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. Sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a better G than me. Press. So, this bullet is still... You know it. I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. Weren't no accident, that's for shizzle. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo, back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, boy. A relief to hear. Eh? Well, what's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, her Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whacked. There is proof. Your checkup report. Okay, Walkie's checkup report and its to the court record. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. So yeah, let's see. Walkie Kataki, age 19, report filed, notes, metallic object found near heart, edge and exam needed. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Ahahaha. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you're, oh god, he's like old bag where he talks really fast. He's still rambling, by which he means to say he's a student, a junior at Ivy University if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Her Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You asked quite simplistically what I saw. Oh, God. Just cut to his yeah, there we go. Just cut to his testimony already. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Okay, so before we get to the cross-examination, I am going to call it a stream here. I would go longer than 3 hours, but my voice is like, I feel like if I read for much longer, my voice is just going to give out. So, yeah, definitely need that vocal rest for a bit, I think. So, let me go on. So, I'm just going to save. But yeah, so the next time I will be playing is Tenny will be next Monday. So, yeah, looking forward to continuing this game then. But I will be streaming tomorrow, but I will be playing something else. Did that save? Yeah, it did. Okay, exit game. I don't need to save because I just saved. So yeah, thanks for coming everyone. So let me put it on my end of stream scene. But yeah, so unfortunately, even though I can stream tomorrow, I don't know whether it will be a very long stream. It might be only 2 hours at the most. I'll have to see because tomorrow is quite a busy day because me and my fiance are having a house inspection, so someone is coming over to check on the health and the state of our house and everything. It's like a government thing. And then tomorrow night, because me, my fiance, and his brother are all watching Breaking Bad together, we're gonna have basically a really nice night where we're gonna get together here and watch a bit of Breaking Bad because I feel really bad that I slept on that show for so many years because I'm watching it now for the first time and it is freaking incredible. So yeah, definitely looking forward to watching more of that tomorrow. But yeah, so in terms of the game I'll be playing tomorrow, it will be Yakuza 3 Remastered, I would think, although, yeah, I really don't know how much I'll get done, so, I mean, I may change it up and I may just play like a chill game tomorrow, just because, yeah, I don't know how much I'll get done of Yakuza in like 2 hours. But yeah, yeah, that stream should start at 4, but I may also start it an hour earlier at 3. So I'm in the UK, so I work on BST, British summertime. So yeah, so let's raid somebody. Excuse me. Okay, who is online? So, doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo. Oh my god, itchy, itchy, itchy. Fricker. Doo 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 doo. Uh, uh, yeah, who is online? Let's see. Um, I'm just gonna look and see if he's actually, yeah, never mind. We're gonna read Jessica Havoc. It's been a minute since I've popped into her stream. But yeah, Jessica Havoc is a kick-ass professional wrestler. She is currently best known for performing in the well-known American wrestling promotion TNA, Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling. But yeah, she was very kind enough to raid me a while ago, and yeah, it'll be really nice to pop in and see how she's doing. But yeah, as usual, she does primarily stream Fallout, so today she is playing Fallout 76. So yeah, let's hang out with Jess and see how her Fallout exploits are going. But yeah, so there we go. So yeah, we're gonna rate Jessica Havoc. And I highly recommend that you give her a follow when you do pop when we start the raid because yeah, she is a great streamer and a great personality. She definitely also, given her job, is not afraid to call people out on their bullshit. So yeah, but yeah, let's raid Jessica Havoc, and yeah, I will see you all again tomorrow. But yeah, bye bye. Uh,